a very warm day outside by Minnesota standards, but then again, it is still summer. Either way, the AC is working just fine at U.S. Bank Stadium in the Twin Cities. Today, we've got a Week 13 matchup for you here between the New York Jets and the Minnesota Vikings. The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13.
Taken from about the 12. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And room to run as he's up past the 35-yard line. He was trying to clear the way, the big fullback. Instead, he gets a hold.
And you don't see that very often on running plays from those guys because usually they're the lead blocker. Normally, when he gets caught, it's in a passing situation.
First play from scrimmage. Here's Murray.
Looking for Thielen, but it's intercepted.
Isaiah Simmons picking it off.
And the Jets are going to take possession of the football.
Wow, just one snap in, partner, and the complexion of this game has already changed because for the defensive side, they just handed their offense a short field and a big early advantage. And even though it's only the first snap of the game, we're going to look back on this one and see if it has lasting effects as this game moves on.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
Running left, it's Barkley. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, 2nd down.
When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down. Willis looking to throw it.
This is caught. Touchdown! DK Metcalf. His 17th touchdown now on the season.
And the Jets take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown.
Tucker with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Now the interception on that opening drive winds up leading to the touchdown, so now it's kind of time to start over.
Yeah, it certainly is, and his first throw of the game. But I like the way his guys rallied around him. Oftentimes, the quarterback is the leader, right? He tells everyone what to do. In this case, I noticed his linemen around him kind of patting him, saying, "Let's go, big boy. You're still our leader."
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now here's a timeout defensively. Defensive timeout called by the Jets. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. Here's Murray. Setting up the screen for Cook. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. Now that screen there on 2nd down certainly didn't develop how they had hoped. Is that one they should have even tried, or is that one the quarterback sticks in his pocket?
I think the latter. I like what you said there, because trying it is one thing. We can second-guess just about every call. But in this case, when you realize it is broken...
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Emmanuel Ogbah in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
Well, last game he had 2 sacks. Got another one here, picked up right where he left off.
Brandon, he spent the entire offseason working on new moves, new techniques, trying to add to his arsenal of pass rush moves. Certainly paying dividends in what we've seen so far.
Barry on to punt as he gets this one away. Now fair catch is called for and taken at the, we'll call it the 37-yard line. A 40-yard punt, no return. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. I mean, look, they're on the road, so getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
And, Charles, you think about what this defense has had to prepare for. They're in for a battle. I mean, they're facing a team that is working on a 6-game winning streak.
And that can be intimidating when you think about it in those terms, but I think what they need to do is make some sort of a statement early in this game, whether it's a turnover or takeaway, a key sack on 3rd down, a 3-and-out, something that lets the other guys know that you mean business. Figuratively, throw the first punch and make it a good one.
From the 40 now on 2nd down.
Willis. This one goes out wide for Barkley.
And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. That one a 1st down pickup of 8.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
A 1st down carry for Barkley. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
This defense for the Vikings, they were strong last week, CD, and that went over New England.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape, because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for him to escape the pocket and run.
14 yards is the pickup there at a Jet 1st down.
They go play action with Willis.
Eluding the pressure right. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially. They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. Flush to his right. And this will be caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. C.J. Uzomah, a 9-yard touchdown grab.
And the Jets are off to a 13-0 first quarter lead.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Not only are they in search of their first score, they're in search of their first down in this ball game as they come up first. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by DJ Reed. And the Jets are going to take possession of the football.
And partner, I think this is where long-term starters in the NFL separate themselves from the rest of the pack, because there's still 3 full quarters left in this one. More than enough time to move past a pair of early mistakes and find a way to lead your team to a win. Mental resiliency, a characteristic every NFL team's looking for in their quarterback.
A give to Barkley out of the gun. He's going to get 4 out of this as he's down to the 10-yard line.
Well, they certainly got dented with that first down run, so now they've got to be back on their heels a little bit as a defense.
2nd and 6 from the 10. Here's Willis.
And it's caught. And he's brought down. 3 catches now this afternoon, the same number he had all of last week. Also, it's a first down. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary, figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. They scored touchdowns on drives 1 and 2, and now they're trying to make it a perfect 3 for 3 to start. Willis now off play action. They'll roll him out right. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Malik Willis. A touchdown run there from a yard out. And the Jets have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. Tucker with the extra point, and that makes the score 21-0. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Oh, they've intercepted Murray for the 3rd time. Picked up by Minkah Fitzpatrick.
I'm not sure that the wheels, Charles, are coming completely off, but they're shaking a little bit. That's 3 interceptions, and now interceptions here on back-to-back drives.
And I think about what a Hall of Fame coach told me that he always told his teams, when a mistake happens, just move on to the next play. Let it go. Hard to do when you've thrown this many interceptions. That's exactly the attitude that has to be adopted.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive.
They'll start in excellent field position following the INT.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Second down, here's Barkley again. It's a pretty strong running there as he'll take this across the 50 and down to the 44. 40 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
The running game fully in sync, 1 to 11 on that play.
And sometimes it comes from the offensive coordinator, understanding what he thinks the defense is going to do and dialing up the perfect play. Sometimes the quarterback, though, can look at the defense, realize he needs to change it to a run, and that gets it done in a big way as well.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Let's just make this one succinct. Nice job there. All 11 guys on defense diagnosing the jet sweep and putting it down.
Now they'll look to Willis to throw.
Flushed out right. And he completes it to Wilson.
And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29.
That's on the tackle, Braden Smith.
And this third down looking very tough after the holding penalty. 3rd and long. On the draw, this is Barkley. And he's going to come up a few yards short of the first. They get him to the ground at the 37. 9 yards on the carry there, but it'll be 4th down now.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. Tucker's kick is good, and the route is on. It's 24-0. So that, Charles, a season long right there.
And you know who's really excited about that? The special teams coordinator, because he's the one who has to tell the head coach in pregame, this is where we trust him from. This distance, he can hit it, and he repaid that trust by knocking that one right through.
And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They're still in search of an initial first down as they come up here 1st and 10. Here's a good way to kick off a drive, complete over the middle. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run. With that grab, he now sits at 200 for his career, and maybe more importantly, a first down. Out of the gun, here's Murray. Completes it again to Gage. And he goes down at the 26. A pickup of 13, and that last play began at the 13. First down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Murray now on first down. Escaping the pressure, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Throwing now is Murray. He
He's got this to Williams, complete. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. Murray going to throw. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's second down.
Well, this defense is certainly organized and playing off of each other because the rush is providing pressure and the coverage is forcing incompletions and capitalizing on mistakes. When you get every level on defense hitting at once, you get first half scores just like this one.
They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. They'll run for it with Cook. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. This Jet defense so far standing tall. They need another stop now, 3rd and goal. They push forward, but I don't think it's enough. He's going to be about a yard short. Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Now they'll send a tight end in motion left. They'll run for it. Cook. And he will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown. Dalvin Cook with his 17th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Vikings' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Elliott good with a PAT. And that'll make it 24-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And this will be a touchback. Berrios deciding not to bring it out. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. There was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You could never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he's going to have a first down, but not sure it'll matter as the clock will continue to run. 4 yards the pickup, first down. So we've reached halftime with the visiting Jets on top. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And the Jets set to receive this third quarter kickoff, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in the second half. And no run back here as the third quarter will commence with a touchback. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. second half begins with a run from Barkley. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Willis. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
And when you have success throwing the football, the old cliche becomes true. The playbook opens up wide. And these screen passes, they become even more difficult to stop.
A handoff. Barkley running left. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Again, it's Barkley. And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Third down, it's Willis. That's complete. He's got Barkley out of the backfield. And he'll be brought down at the 27. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
This is Wilson on the jet sweep. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll be 2nd and very short. Willis looking to throw it. Got a man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jets. DK Metcalf with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Jets take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and the lead is now 24. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Throwing on first down is Murray. That pass caught. It's Williams. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 12 yards that time for number 12 as they move the chains. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Here's Murray. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
I'm getting the sense that this offense is getting frustrated. Here we are into the 3rd quarter, and they've had plenty of opportunities to get in sync. Thus far, that hasn't happened. They're looking for answers both on the sidelines and in the huddle looking at each other.
Play action. Now it's Murray. They're going for Jefferson downfield. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Well, we saw that he had a lot of success last week throwing the football, but that hasn't translated to this week. But with his team behind, I don't expect him to back off. I expect him to keep firing.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Now Murray. And that will be incomplete as well.
Well, partner, they've certainly played up to their top 10 defensive ranking this week. They've stifled this opposing offense throughout this game. This contest is now lopsided because of their efforts, and there's still a quarter to go.
And they'll send the tight end in motion left. Murray sets to throw on fourth. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And the Jets are going to get the football here in great field position. Well, at this stage of the game in the second half, down 3 scores, I guess they felt like they needed to push.
And let's face it, with this deficit, if they give up another score here after they didn't get it, does it really matter?
Right.
It really doesn't. They had to go and try and make something happen if they had any chance of winning this game.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
On 2nd and 9, Willis eluding the pressure right. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down. Barkley inside handoff. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. 76 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. From the 5, 2nd and 4. They'll go to Barkley again. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Call it a 1-yard gain on the play. And that's going to bring up a third down.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we played 3 quarters. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. The offense on third down, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. They'll try to run for it with Barkley. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. A 3-yard loss. 4th down now.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Now Justin Tucker's out to try the field goal. This just a 24-yard attempt. Tucker's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway.
Well, it's been a struggle so far for this offense, Charles. It's not only that they haven't been able to put the points up, but really stringing yards together has been a real issue for them in this one.
I'm so glad you brought up the yardage, because I was thinking to myself, we've seen a lot of NFL games, and we've seen our share of lopsided contests, but in almost all of them, both offenses have put up at least 200 yards in a game, but not in this one. This has been a display of offense that, frankly, I think the two of us have watched from behind our hands, trying to spread our fingers wide enough to actually see the result.
A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Play fake. Murray.
He's got this, complete to Williams.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Well, that's one way to convert on 3rd down, picking up 26 yards. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage, and tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
The slot man in motion right.
On 2nd down, it's Cook again.
And he's going to get this down close to a first at about the Jets' 40-yard line. Good work to pick up 7 yards there. That gets him into a 3rd and 1 situation.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
They'll run it. Here's Cook. And he's got some space here.
And maybe a little over pursuit there as he's able to take this down to the 25-yard line.
He'll get 15 and a Vikings first down.
Brandon, this can be so demoralizing for a defense. They've had 2 opportunities to get off the field. They haven't gotten it done. So now your coordinator, he's going to call every blitz that he has, any type of exotic, something that they haven't seen before. And he's also telling the defensive lineman, don't worry about holding people up. Just get in gaps and try and make a big play.
And not only not getting off the field on 2 opportunities, clock continuing to run.
Goes out left. It's caught by Williams.
And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Now they'll send a tight end in motion, and he will score. Touchdown, Vikings.
Dalvin Cook
with career touchdown number 60.
And the Vikings get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit.
Elliott good on the extra point, and the lead now down to 20. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
And this will be a touchback. Berrios deciding not to bring it out.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive.
And they hope to polish things off, and what a run they are on as they try to turn a 6-game win streak into a 7-game win streak. To the air on 1st down, here's Willis.
Forced out to his left. To Barkley on the check down. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
After the penalty, they go with Barkley. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34.
80 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
On third down, Barkley. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down.
They tried their best to pick up that 3rd and 1, but their surge wasn't enough to counteract what came back at them from the defensive side, was it?
Offensive line, especially in the middle, looked like they were on skates a little bit when that one started.
So now we bring up 4th and inches. This will be a critical call.
To return is Roberts. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. Now, sometimes those punt returns can yield some unnecessary roughness penalty.
Now, I know a lot of guys, when they run a long way to execute a block or make a hit, they're going to launch it no matter what, and it can often cost them.
Now it's 1st and 10 after a costly penalty there on 4th down. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. On 1st and 10, here's Murray. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. And this is caught by Williams. Touchdown, Vikings!
Jamison Williams
with his 28th touchdown, drawing level with Sean Alexander for the 2nd most in a single year.
And the Vikings have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th.
You got to understand situational football because they're playing with the lead here late in the ball game. So the back defender has got to be as deep as the deepest receiver. Keep everything in front of you, rally up and make the play.
Yeah, you would think they had the 3-score lead. Now it's down to 2, but 3-score lead here late, that they wouldn't give up a big pass play like that, but they did. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
Braxton Berrios selected to bring it out. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now defensively they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Saquon Barkley, 71 yards.
And the Jets add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. But not much defensive resistance on that drive. And really, Charles, the way this offense has been humming, they haven't faced much defensive resistance the entire game.
Yeah, I think it's safe to say that one team, their defense did not wake up and make it to the stadium for this one. There may be some major changes on that side of the ball when we see them the next time out.
Tucker with the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to an even 20. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. To throw, it's Murray. That is caught. It's Williams. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Murray now on first down. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds left to go.
We all know he's one of the better quarterbacks in the league, but definitely not today. His team trailing by multiple touchdowns and a late sack, just a parting gift from the defense for him to take back to the locker room with him.
After the sack on first down, Murray, that's complete to Justin Jefferson. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
If he's their best threat on offense, use your #1 cover guy on defense. It doesn't matter about size.
They have had him locked up. That just his first catch of the game. Big reason why they're down. Now Murray's got to have this one. And he gives himself up, but not before he gets the conversion. And whistles, and they take their final timeout with 7 seconds left.
It hasn't been the cleanest game for him, but there was a sign of improvement as he looks towards the next one. Nice bit of scrambling to move the sticks, and even more importantly, he didn't risk adding another interception to his ledger.
First down, Murray. Open here, Adam Thielen. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. A gain of 4 last play. They double that here and get 8. That catch now puts him on the doorstep of 500. It's his 499th reception. And the kick here is good. So add 3 to the total. But they're still coming up well short. And that is how this one comes to an end.
A higher scoring game, Charles, than we typically see in the National Football League, but fun